Welcome to the CoSIDA Academic All-American of the Year video interview for College Division Soccer. This year's College Division Soccer honoree is Aleksi Pahkasalo from Lindsey Wilson College.
We had to play some games, tough games in the beginning, and some tough losses that ultimately really hurt us in the ranking. And knowing that, we knew that we were up against a challenge, and that we would have to have a very strong end of the season. And that ended up happening. We had, I think, 8 or 9 consecutive wins without even conceding a goal, leading up to the conference tournament final that we lost on penalties to Campbellsville, which was unfortunate, and then unfortunately not getting the at-large bid to the tournament. But I think any team that played us, and I also believe that we were this year, talent-wise, we were in the top 8 of the country. And unfortunately, we couldn't show that at the national tournament. But soccer's like that sometimes. As the team captain this year, it's always difficult to try to make a team bond with so many nationalities. I think we had like 9 or 10 different nationalities in the team this year. So trying to make all those backgrounds, all those cultures, find a certain bond within those players, it's not easy. But I think we really found that kind of bond towards the end of the season, and we started to fight for each other and started to play for each other rather than ourselves. And once we started doing that, we started getting the results. And I think that we just came together at the right time, and I really wish that we could have had a chance to show that at the national tournament. But didn't happen this year. But I'm really happy that these guys, I think most of the guys will stay for next season, and I'm looking forward to see what the guys can come up with next year. In order to be successful in the classroom, you need to make sure that the classes that you're taking really pertain to what you want to be doing in the future. And I actually found my junior and senior years to be easier than my freshman and sophomore years, where you have to do general classes, because in my last 2 years I could do classes that I'm actually really interested about, and things that I think that I will be doing in the future with the recreation, tourism and sports management program here at Lindsey. I started taking classes that I know that I will need in the future, and that's when school doesn't feel like school anymore, and you're basically doing what you want to do in the future. And that's when the grade that you get is not even that important anymore. You just do it to learn and for the sake of learning, and that's when you start getting results that you want in the classroom, when you're actually interested in learning and you're actually doing the work for yourself rather than for the letter grade that you get in the end of the course. I think finding the balance between academics and athletics is the #1 thing. So once you find that balance, you find a certain peace, find a certain confidence in yourself, and find a routine that works for you. And then, because the United States is so great to have a collegiate athletic system that coordinates sports and class together so well, it's so nice. And once you find that routine, everything starts to make sense, everything starts to work. Always receiving these awards is truly a blessing and an honor for me. But people who know me best know that I don't really like to talk about myself, and because I don't like to sound boastful at all. So the only thing that I can do is show my gratitude to God. I came to faith a few years ago, and that has truly changed my life. I started to play soccer for a purpose to glorify God and to serve others, and that's when it starts